Day 3 of the Ashtrodite Community Cup Season 2. This is the first game lower bracket round between NASR Esports and Vitality X. On the left side, we actually have NASR Esports, and on the right, we have Vitality X. So this is a best of 1 game, and the winner will actually progress to the losers round 2, where they will face off against the loser of Digital Devils and Vampire Esports. Right now we are to the band phases of the game, and you can see that the first band goes to Mirror Blade. This is going to be a winner takes all game, as like I said, it is a best of 1 game. Put in your predictions for the next 4 games, and the winner will stand a chance to win $10 Singapore dollars as a prize. Standard heroes are getting banned here. We see Mirror Blade, Kai, and also Lap. In this current patch, Kai is actually one of the strongest heroes. He's very tanky, he has sufficient damage to kill the backline, he can jungle relatively fast as well. So no surprises to see Kai getting banned here. As for Mirror Blade, which is Jing, so far we haven't really seen him in our competition here yet. And while he can fly around very fast, he actually has been nerfed quite a bit since the China version. First pick coming in for NASR Esports is the Beast, and Beast over here is also currently one of the meta support heroes. He's very good at defending the towers, defending against the lane, and also giving the ADC, which is the marksman, the shield, which is exceptionally crucial against heroes such as Ali. On the right side, we actually see that there is a Celtel, which is Stormy, and also Ali that we picked. Currently, I think the draft-wise, we are in the early phases, and it's a little bit hard to say. But for NASR Esports, I think they can be looking to pick something that is more aggressive for their marksman. It can also be something like an Alessio. They have actually played Alessio prior to this, and they have also played actually quite well. Third pick, Monkey for the side of Vitality X. The Lupin pick here is, in my opinion, not as good because there's like Charlotte, and there's also Mankey that can actually jump onto him, so he would need a lot of protection. But of course, with the Beast coming in here, I think it actually works. He'll be able to defend him quite well, and of course, Lupin is well known for his ability to deal out insane amount of damage. So are we going to see a Lupin? Last minute he changes to a Lady Sun. I think this is actually a better pick as compared to the previous one. He has mobility skills, great burst damage, good sustainability as well. And right now we will be going into the game, and we can see that Vitality X actually picked an interesting one in Angela. Angela against the My Shiranui, of course, Angela has exceptional wave clear ability and he will be able to actually assist the lane, defend and attack the jungle areas way faster than mine. And as a lot of times you've seen, mine is a very difficult hero to use, and most of the teams that actually picked Mai so far has not won the game. So is NASR Esports going to buck the trend and prove us?
Enemy minions will arrive in 5
We will see. As the game starts now, we'll be looking at the normal lane assignments. You can see Mai and Beast going into the middle. Nothing out of the ordinary here. Is a standard, boring start. So over at the middle side, as expected, we will be able to see that the mid clear wave clear ability on the side of Angela, which is Vitality X, is actually going to be faster, but they have not done so yet because Angela actually missed his first kill. We'll see for next. And then over here, it is against a pick. The Ata is very difficult to break down, and I don't see anything much happening over here for the next 2 minutes. Over at the bottom side, this is going to be a skill matchup. A good Ali will be able to actually do quite a bit of damage and push Lady Sun out of the laning phase, but I think over here both are playing quite cautiously, considering that it is a best of one. You see Angela hiding inside, but he's actually found out over here, and then he's actually at half a health left, but he manages to get back. There's not enough damage coming in, and that's actually where the Beast is unable to actually do any lockdowns early game. So it is a safe passage back for Angela, and we'll be looking back to clear off the wave again. Over at the top side, both junglers have actually finished the level 4 and they are looking to get some opportunities over here, but I don't think that Darrington is going to come out of here. You can see Angela and Stormy coming in, but it is against the Ata, and I think they will just back and clear the wave. And this is going to be something crucial over here. You can see that My Shiranui looks to do something over here, but he's going to hide in the grass. And 3-4 members are actually going into the bush area, but it is a tank Mankey that is over there, and they will just throw a fan and back over. Skill matchup over here looks evenly balanced, and then we can see that the Stormy is looking to make some inroads into the jungle. Just throwing one skill and backing. They are playing rather cautiously at this stage. We can see that the Charlotte over here has a bit of a lane prio. He's looking to come onto the My Shiranui, misses the skill, and as a result, nothing is going to come out of this. Angela takes his position into the grass, shows himself, and he's just going to be able to clear the wave, and that's about it. Everybody is going to leave the top lane at a neutral set position, and Charlotte is trying to maximize a little bit of his goal over here, and it is still 0-0 at this moment with the goal very even. At this stage, since Vitality X actually chose Stormy, they should be playing the map a little bit more aggressively rather than trying to wait for things to happen, because the strength of Stormy, their mobility, and they should be playing the map a lot more. And right now we can see that they are going to a fight with the Stormy throwing in out and ulti. Over there, you can see Charlotte is dead, and also Musashi is dead. They managed to actually take down 2 heroes on the side of Vitality X, and that is actually a good start for them. And with that, gaining close to a 1000 gold lead. Both objectives are up right now, and Nenki is going for the Overlord, and they are providing vision over here over the Tyrant. Ata over here does not have the smite, and he would not be able to do anything to but see Nenki simply clear off the Overlord. Over at the bottom side, you can see the gold graph. It is fairly even, 200 gold leads going in the favor of Lady Sun, but it is not very significant. And you can see that three people on the red side is looking to get down this tower. I don't think they'll be able to do so, but they are just simply going to force teammates from the blue side to back. You can see the circle is over there looking to teleport anyone back in case there's any danger, but Maishrani hides inside the grass, throws a fair misses and back. Over here, you can see actually that Vitality X is trying a lot of methods to be more aggressive over here to try to take down the tower, and they have actually managed to successfully take down the bottom tier 1 tower. Given the draft fan picks over here, I think the drafting is actually fairly even, and I would slightly give it to Vitality X over here because Stormy has the ability to actually exert a lot of pressure once the tier 1 towers are down, and they will be able to actually snowball into the next 8 to 10 minutes kind of period where they'll be able to actually force NASR Esports into their home, and the jungle will also be open as well for them to take. And over here we can see that it is likely going to be Vitality X starting both dragons and managing to get both of the objectives for the first 6 minutes. There is a fight coming in over here, and Charlotte looks to be caught. Is he able to survive this? He's unable. He is actually able to come back. It is a miraculous comeback from him, and Raiden, who is using the Musashi, is unable to actually take him down even with the beast beside him giving small shield, and that is an important kill indeed for Vitality X. So right now over here, this is what is happening, and you can see that the Musashi is lagging a little bit behind in kills with 0-0, but his goal is actually still decent. There is a 2k goal lead going to the favor of Vitality X. And you can see, as I predicted just now, when we hit the 8 minute mark, you can see that the team Vitality X, they are going to be played super aggressive. They're going to take down the side towers, they're going to push for the mid tower, and then with Stormy coming in, flying around everywhere, we will see that it is going to be a tough time for NASR Esports to play at this current moment. Over here, Maishrani comes in, throws in all his skills and manages to actually take down the Stormy. Mid tower actually goes down as well, you can see over here, and the score is 4-2 in the favor of Vitality X, and Vitality X, most importantly, actually has a 3000 goal lead. And as I was saying just now, Charlotte had another miraculous mechanical skills over there as manages to actually kill off another hero on the side of NASR Esports. Maishrani goes down as a result. This is looking very grim indeed for the case of NASR Esports. Right now we haven't actually seen any opportunities for NASR Esports to do anything significant. The kill count is actually pretty low at this moment, as I think everybody is feeling a little bit of nerves coming into this best of 1 game. Right now it is going into the 8 to 10 minutes wait timing, and then we can see that the third objective goes to Vitality X yet again, and with this big purple dragon coming in, it is going to be harder for NASR Esports to actually play it because there's a lot of potential coming in. And right now we see that Lady Sun actually killed off the Stormy, but as a result he died, and we can see that currently it is a 2v2, 2-for-2 kind of situation with Ata trying to run away, but he's unable to, getting lasered by Angela and finished off by Charlotte. And I think over here Charlotte is actually proving to be a very strong addition to their matchup currently. He is doing a lot of work for them, pushing the side lanes and coming in with a lot of crucial kills. And right now we see 4 heroes down on the side of NASR Esports. They will definitely look to have to come back from this, but how are they going to do so? This is probably the strongest point for a team composition with Stormy right now. They're just going to teleport to top, mid, bottom, summoning all their teammates over here and all. So they are likely going to be actually playing with numerical advantage in every single fight. Right now we see 3 people clustered over here. Lady Sun is going to go for the raid, and then they should try to be doing something over here, but with a 5k goalie that going in the form, going in the direction of Vitality, it's difficult. And you can see over here, Charlotte has managed to actually kill off the My Shiranui again. He goes down as a result, and this is actually a pretty good fight for NASR Esports at this moment. The laser beam of Angela is unable to do anything much to tackle the little pig over there, as he is proving to be relatively tanked right now. Fourth objective goes to Vitality X yet again. And right now, if you look at the top, there are 4 towers that are down on the side of NASR Esports, and 4 objectives going in the favor of Vitality X. This is proving to be a dream game for them, even though the goal is only 4,000, but as I have always mentioned, it is more about the tempo of the game, and right now, Vitality X is proving that they are the king of the tempos in this game. All the jungle creeps are going into the backs of Vitality X as well, and this will only see the goal lead increasing unless a fight comes in and it goes in the favor of NASR Esports. But right now we can see that they are being seized over here, and everyone is going into the backline. Are they able to execute off all the backline of the Vitality X? And they seem to be able to do so. Lady Sun is low and he goes down as a result. 2 players on each team goes down, and right now we see the little pig over here with half health together, the beast having used his ulti over here. We are going to see that nothing much is going to happen. Is Menki able to kill off the beast? I don't think so. The beast is very tank as well, and they should be going back to defend their waves, defend their towers. And from the fight itself, you can see mid tier 2 tower goes down after Menki molested it quite a little bit. And right now bottom tower seems to be going down as well. Musashi wants to try to kill off the dragon, but he's scared. And the 5th objective seems to also go into the favor of Vitality. They successfully go for the Dark Tyrant, and right now we see that there is a little fight coming in, and it is a 3v4 situation. What is going to happen? Stormy opens the ulti, try to summon more people over here. The pig is proving to be very tanky. Musashi dies from a chase from Menki, and right now they will still try to defend the mid tower, but it is going to be quite difficult over here. You can see that the laser beam is going to come out, and he manages to actually beam down the beast over there. Lady Sun is running with all his might, like a 1000 meter sprinter. Mid tower goes down. It is 4v2s in this situation here, but all of them are quite low for Vitality. I think they are going to back down a little bit before this wave comes in. Are they looking to end this game over here? I don't think it is that easy actually. They seem to be able to actually carry it off. Arta goes down after an onslaught of 4 members over here, and Lady Sun is able to actually take a shutdown of the main key, and he should be able to finish off this Charlotte as well. The kill goes to Musashi. 2 people low here are probably going to teleport back home. Mid tower right now that is down, and that you can see that there is a big hole over here. As I've mentioned, I think it is very difficult actually to use My Shiranui, especially in competitive setup, and you can see that she is actually being countered, and it is very difficult for her to actually one shot or even kill off the Ali, because Ali has an umbrella when you fly around everywhere. Then the skills of Stormy actually can displace My Shiranui, and it is really very difficult because he will not be able to actually kill off the Angela as well. Once Angela opens up the laser beam, which is her ultimate, she gains extra shield, so she will not be able to one shot her as well. So as you can see, My Shiranui over here 6 deaths, Musashi 5 deaths, and the goal is actually okay for NASR Esports. They may have actually a chance to come back from defeat depending on how they can manage the fights moving forward. It will be a tough task for them to do so, but it is actually possible. You can see the 2 assassins over here trying to go in to the Stormy. They manage to actually burst down the Stormy, and this will look to be a good fight for them. Angelo over here uses the ultimate to try to kick people back, and he actually manages to take down the Beast as well. Over here, Lady Sun is trying to run away from the Ali, but she's taken down over here. Charlotte is using all his superpowers to try to kill off the pig, and the pig is quite low right now, and I think he will actually die over here, and he
Destroyed a tower.
goes back to the fountain, and top tower is down as well too. The bottom tower should go down, and will Mike Runaway alone be able to defend this? I don't think so. Ali is just going to shoot and shoot and shoot the crystal, and it is going to be good game for both teams, and congratulations to Vitality X for winning this best of one lower bracket, and they will go on to the lower bracket round 2. MVP of the game obviously goes to Charlotte in Team Vitality X. He has proved to be a master in this hero, coming in crucial interventions and also managing his way very well against the Ata. And this is actually where, always like I have been mentioning, my channel, I don't think it is a very good pick for normal teams, because there are certain limitations and you really need to be super well versed in this hero before you can make a very strong impact. There are certain shortcomings for this hero. She has slow lane with clear ability. She needs to snowball in the early game, and in a competitive setting, it is really not easy for them to actually achieve this. So right now, we will be going into the other game of the lower bracket, and this will be a game between GS Esports and Trash Gang. We will be waiting for the players to come into the lobby right now, and as I said, the lobby, continue your predictions, as all 4 correct predictions will actually win you a little prize over here. With this, while we wait for the players to actually come into the lobby, we'll be taking a 5 minutes break and continue on your predictions. And we will see you very shortly. Okay, everyone, now we are going to start the second match of today between GS Esports and Trash Gang. So there is actually a poll that is on our right side, and then players or viewers can also come in and vote on who they think will win this lineup. As I mentioned just now, there will be prizes for users who actually guess all the winners of the matchups today correctly, and it will be a prize of $10 Singapore dollars. As you can see over here, most of our viewers actually think that Trash Gang is likely going to win this game. So on the left side we have GS Esports, and on the right we have Trash Gang. Bans are coming in fast, and we can see that the usual Kai is getting banned, the Lam is getting banned. Over here, Cross, I think we've mentioned it in previous streams that it is a very irritating hero, and they have decided that they don't want to deal with this, and they are going to ban it on the side of GS Esports. First pick goes to Musashi, one of the strongest jungler over here in this game right now. Rubu and Beast are being picked on Trash Gang side. The Fish is coming in. Fish will be actually a good pick over here, as you can see that the Fish will be able to actually cancel off the CC effects coming in from Rubu and also coming in from the Beast. There was a hovering over the Mai just now, and I think they have actually decided that they will not go for that. They have decided to actually pick Fire Razor instead. Mankey is being picked over here, and you can see actually across these games, he is quite similar. The core heroes are being picked. We see a lot of Beast, we see a lot of Musashi, and also Mankey as well. I think these are generally the easier to use heroes, or less volatility, and it's especially crucial when you pick these heroes because this is going to be a best of one game and the loser gets eliminated from our tournament over here. Steve and Blade gets banned, Marco Polo, Alessio all get banned. Last ban will be coming in for GS Esports. Before we start the ban phase, we start the pick phase again. Lady Sun is picked over here, and she will not be using the flash but actually the dispel. This dispel is going to work very well for their lineup over here because there is a Musashi who is going to jump over, and he will be able to, Lady Sun will be able to dispel it away immediately. Last two picks for GS Esports comes in the form of Juniper, and seems that they are going to pick Liempo as well. They have 6 seconds to go, and they have decided to pick Liempo. And on the side of Trash Gang, they will have to pick a weak hero to complete their lineup. They have quite a bit of variations over here actually, and I think that will be good for them actually to pick something that has CC and also significant damage, and comes in the form of Miwa. Overall, I think both of the lineup or their matchups are pretty even at this moment. I slightly prefer the matchup of Trash Gang a little bit more compared to GS Esports. One of the reasons is also because for Juniper, I don't think it is one of the best AD at this moment, and with all these jumpers coming in, the second skill of Juniper isn't going to work very well over here. So I think she will probably have some tough decisions to make, when to make a flash, when to join the team fights, how to even join the team fights and all this. In the laning phase, we will see the usual ones, Lianpo against the
Welcome
Ripu.
to
I think
Honor
for
of
this lineup, it is
Kings.
pretty simple. Ripu will
Enemy
definitely
minions
have
will arrive in
a
5
slight
seconds.
advantage.
All
And in the
forces,
form
move
of the mid
out!
wave, it is going to be very, very even over here. I think with clear ability wise, it is pretty even as well. Of course, for the level 1, Fire Razor will actually have a little bit of advantage, but it is actually interchangeable. Over at the bottom side, it is going to be a little bit of a skill matchup. I prefer the Lady Sun over the Juniper. Over here, actually, the Lady Sun can be a little bit more aggressive before she hits level 2. And right now she faces a fish over there who throws a splash of water into her, and the fish is going back. Mid-wise, there is nothing much happening at this moment, and we will go over to go get the top side. Who is going to get this River Sprite? And it seems that it goes into the hand of Dimple. Currently in this meta, Dimple is very tanky and at the same time has sufficient damage, but as we all know, Ripu has true damage after using his swipe onto him, and this will prove to be a little bit crucial maybe throughout the first 4 minutes. On the side of GS Esports, you can see that they are trying to invade over here to try to get the red buff away, and Mankey is very low right now and seems
First blood.
to be killed by the Lianpo, and this is a big win indeed for GS Esports. They have managed to come into their jungle area, get all the first blood of the Mankey, and then right now we can see that GS Maru, which is the jungler on the side of GS Esports, has a big advantage over Mankey, who does not have level 4. And right now we see that there is a pause coming in for the red team. Seems that they are having a little bit of an technical issue over here. We will see. And so it seems that there is a technical issue. The game seems to have stopped for 2 of the players. They will be attempting to reconnect right now. With the first blood going into the hands of GS Esports, we can see that there is 800 gold lead going in, and this is actually a perfect start for GS Esports. As many of our viewers have predicted, they are looking to see Crash Gang going in to advance over here. And this is currently a small upset for our viewers, and we will see how it goes, how they manage the game over the next 2 to 3 minutes over here. Over at the bottom side, people are playing super cautiously, trying to get an edge by getting the River Sprite. It goes through the Juniper, and she also hits the first skill on the Lady Sun. So right now, it seems that the Lady Sun will actually die. There is a pause yet again, and it seems that there is actually a technical issue. But over here, we can see that with the Fire Razor coming in over here, the Lady Sun will definitely die and go back to the fountain. And this will be another mini win for GS Esports, especially for the Juniper, who will need to scale in the early game in order to deal sufficient damage against heroes like Ripu, heroes like Beast, and of course also Mankey as well. The match is going to start soon, and we should be seeing a kill over here in the next 1 second. The kill goes as expected to GS Mikey on the Juniper. There is a 1.2k goal lead going in the favor of GS Esports right now, and I think that most of the players, or rather all the players on the side of Trash Gang are actually back online, and we will want to see a better showing from them currently, because they are getting solo kill at the bottom. They lost the red buff just now, and they lost their life from the Mankey. And right now the Mankey at level 5, are they looking to fight over here? It doesn't seem like it, but Miwa throws an ulti, and she eats the first skill from the Juniper, and she is actually quite low right now, and they will actually back and nobody will die. Lubu tries to swipe onto the little chicken over here, gets reset, swiping again to check the grass. This is a little bit unexpected actually, because you can see that the Lubu isn't having a good time against the Lianpo. So he doesn't really have any game prior, and you can see most of the teammates on the side of Trash Gang is slightly gravitating towards the top side. Are they able to actually kill this Lianpo? I think it is a little bit difficult actually. And right now we see the ultimate coming from Musashi. Rufu jumps in with the ultimate, and then we can see Miwa also throwing the ulti. Maru with using the Musashi dies together with Rufu. And the fight continues over here with Miwa using the ultimate. The Beast also using the ultimate. But it doesn't seem that there will be any more kills moving forward from here. I think that jump from Musashi was a little bit too rushed. It caused him to die, and he lose a little bit of tempo and momentum over there, because Liu Bu was actually a very low health, so a 1-for-1 trade, it is not as well as expected for the The fight continues at the top side, and we will want to see actually how they are able to fight it out supremacy over at the clash lane. And right now, it seems that Dempo will be going towards the bottom side, and they want to contest this blue buff over here. Musashi throws an ultimate into the Niwa, and the Niwa manages to flash out over here, and the Dempo dives into a tower actually, and he manages to kill off the Niwa with the ultimate. And it seems that all 5 members on the side of GS Esports is able to dive in like this and run away. This is almost illegal, man. You can see that they all dive into the area over here, and most importantly, Dempo dive into the tier 3 tower at mid and still was able to kill off the Miwa and not die. This is getting a little bit too cocky on the side of GS Esports, but they do not get punished for that, or rather they are actually rewarded with that. And it seems that they will continue this kind of aggressive momentum, not give Trash Gang any chance to actually farm peacefully. 3k goalie going into the pen of GS Esports right now. And then over here we can see that there is actually another fight coming. One is caught over there and he dies really out. And it seems that this red buff will also go into the hands of GS Esports. Nimpo jumps in with the first skill using the second skill and the first skill yet again. And right now it is 4v2 with a beast coming in. They shouldn't be looking for a fight right here. I don't think they'll be able to actually win here. And GS Esports starts on the Overlord, and they should be able to finish up within the next few seconds. Noah tries the ultimate to steal, but she is too late.
Blue team has destroyed a tower.
Over at the top side, Lianpo manages to actually get off the top tower, and this is a little bit unexpected. I think Lianpo at this stage should actually have a little bit of dominance over the Lianpo, but it's not showing. Over at the bottom side, a little fish is splashing around, not taking much damage. You can see that all of them are definitely on the side of GS Esports. They are feeling very confident about this game right now. Four people at the mid side for Trash Gang, and they will only be able to clear off the little creep, and they will have to disperse the game. There's somebody hiding inside in the form of Niwa. Shows a little box, and everyone on the side of Trash Gang is getting pushed back into the jungle. We can see that definitely the aggressive parties are the GS Esports players, and right now they are looking to jump into the back line, and they manage to jump into the Lady Stun, and Musashi kills off the Lady Stun right now. The Beast throws an ulti, but they are all looking at Niwa, and they manage to actually kill off the Niwa as well. Right now we can see 3 tanks trying to push them back. I don't think they are going to get anything out of here. The Beast do not have ulti anymore, and I don't understand what was he thinking when he jumped into 4 members of GS Esports. As a result, he dies over there, and he gives another free kill to GS Esports. It's still going in the favor of GS Esports right now. And you can see that the Juniper is actually having a very fun time at the top side, pushing towers, getting free. She hasn't actually been into most of the fights at this moment in time. And once she comes in, she will likely be a good and strong monster that will deal a lot of massive damage on the side of Trash Gang. The game is looking very well balanced. Right now, you can see that with the Fire Razor throwing a lot of fire to burn down the tower, the Disrupt gets used, Lipu jumps in. It is actually a nice ultimate that comes in, and this is the first time you see good composition, good skills being used together by on the side of Trash Gang, and as a result, 4 team members die on the side of GS Esports. And you can see that this is actually a big turnaround. They dive the tower without anticipating the disrupt ability of the beast, and as a result, they take a lot of the tower damage. And the Ripu jumping back at the back line competently, the managers to kill off 4 members around the have Musashi over there. This mid tower is going to be down as a result.
Red team has
And
destroyed
you can see
a
on the
tower.
gold graph
Red team has destroyed a
that
tower.
there has been a significant drop as a result of that team fight. This is a grave mistake actually coming in
Red team
for GS
has
Esports, and
destroyed
this
a tower.
has given Trash Gang a good lifeline to lead. And now we look back over here, we have a 4v3 kind of situation with Lady Sun running over here to try to do some damage to her. You can see that there is confidence coming in the form of Ripu as well. And with his ulti up, them wanting to do this, Overlord over here seems a little bit too hasty. And right now, Miwa jumping in and Ripu jumping in, will they be able to actually catch off the Juniper? And they manage to. And right now, of course, the Ripu will just be chasing after the Fire Razor. He wants the Fire Razor so bad, and it seems that he is not able to actually kill off the Fire Razor, and the Beast and the Ripu dies as a result from that. And this is a turn around yet again, and this time round it is going in the favor of GS Esports. Fire Razor and the fish are coming back here, and then how is this fight going to end up? Everybody is so low, but he actually manages to ace Trash Gang. Wow. You can see that all their health over here is so low, and the fight could have turned in the favor of Trash Gang, but it was not meant to be. The clutch fight over there where you see the Liquid and also the Beast jumping into the fish and also the Fire Razor, and Fire Razor managing to turn it around. I think that was something that turned the entire fight over here. But of course, I think right now the game is quite well balanced, even though there is a 4K goalie in the hands of GS Esports. But we can see that when the skills on the side of Trash Gang is executed well and properly and perfectly, they have a good chance of fighting this. On the bottom side, GS Esports going for the Tyrant, and you will see likely that they will be going for the Overlord over here, but it is a little bit slow, and you can see that everyone on the side of GS Esports is still rushing over here. They should be going to give up this Overlord because they cannot afford to die over here. The fight erupts, Lempo comes in with ulti, looking at the back line, and then you can see the fight coming out from 2 sides of the map. And then over here we see that the Musashi is chasing after the Nuwa. I think that the Nuwa actually dies right now. And with the Ripu also low and having used the flash, they will run as much as possible. And this resulted in 3 members on the side of Trash Gang falling. It is a 3-1 trade in the favor of GS Esports. And right now you can see all the waves are crashing into their towers right now. There's so many options for them to do. They decide to go for the here. 3 tower at mid. And then are they going to look for more? I think they will simply back off a little bit and try to get the top tower. Are they also looking for the crystal? I don't think so. I don't understand what was Riku thinking when he used the ulti when he only had so little health. And this may actually result in them losing this game over here. They managed to clear off the wave. They do not, and they managed to actually force this crystal down. It is congratulations to GS Esports for winning this. Most of our viewers actually expected Trash Gang to win this, but convincingly GS Esports has proven otherwise. And congratulations yet again to GS Esports. You can see most of the impact that's coming in. It is from the Lianpo, it is from the movement and combination of GS Maru on the Musashi. It is the fish coming in with the ultimate. It is with the Fire Razor, and surprisingly, Juniper hasn't been able to come online, even though she is the weakest, but she hasn't been active in the fights, and this is almost as good to say that it has been a 4v5 fight for most of the time, 4v4, 4v5 kind of fight, and GS Esports was still able to actually take down most of their heroes, and this is something that we did not expect coming down. So with this, GS Esports takes the win, and Trash Gang will be out of the Ashtrodite Community Cup. It's been a good run for them, and we hope to see them in our next tournament. Right now, we'll be taking a short break as the next game will be the exciting game of the upper bracket semi-finals between Digital Devils and Vampire Esports. Both are powerhouses in their own right, and we will be excited to see who will actually come out the winner over here. For the upper bracket round, it will be a best of 3, and will each last the distance. We will come and see the loser will go down to the lower bracket, while the winner of this tie will actually move towards the upper bracket finals. We will take a short break over here as we wait for the players to come into the lobby. bracket semi-finals between Vampire Esports and Digital Devils. Vampire Esports on the left, and on the right side we have Digital Devils. Both have proven to be heavyweights and they have not actually lost a single game throughout this competition over here. And it will be interesting to see what is going to happen over here. And you can see Alessio being banned right now. Good back and relax while you fight for supremacy in the destiny. So you can see over here, the first pick is the Beast. Wow. Previously, I think in the stream yesterday and before, we didn't really see much of the Beast, and right now we can see that he is getting picked with lots of frequency over here. Frost gets banned together with Time Bender and also Sleep and Blade. And you can see from the polls right now that most are actually expecting for Vampire Esports to take the win over here, and will they be able to fulfill the expectations of most of our viewers here? You can see a Riot Kitten over here saying let's go Digital Devils, and she will definitely be hoping for Digital Devils to come in and take this win over here.
Welcome to Honor of Kings. Enemy
Okay,
minions will arrive
right now
in
we
5
will
seconds.
start the game over here, and you can see
All forces,
that
move
on the
out!
side of Vampire Esports they have Beast, Yempo, Menki, Ali, and also Melee. And on the side of Digital Devils they have Lupu, Fire Razor, Judge D, Eclipse, and Kai. And this is one of the rare times you actually see Kai being open over here. And will this actually be a bad thing for Vampire Esports? Because right now many people are actually afraid of the Kai given how tanky he is when he owns his ulti, and he has superb damage coming in as well. Milady against the Fire Razor enemy is something that is very interesting, because once you hit level 3 onwards, there will be a fight between who can actually push down the tower faster. Will the robots fight and win over the fire, or will the robots not be able to take the heat coming in from the fire? We can see that Fire Razor has Lane Pyro over there mid, and they are looking to actually take down the side creeps to prevent the main from actually scaling as well as they would have liked. So right now with this down, and also the main kid taking the little creep on the right, he is going to be a bit slower in his tempo as compared to the Kai. He throws 3 balls onto him, and he actually manages to make the melee very low. He takes the little potion at the tower and regains a bit of health, but they won't be able to fight here. What they want to do actually is to clear the wave and probably reset right now. Yeah, and he is going to reset. Over here we see a Lupu fighting against a Lempo, similar to what we saw in the previous game. And over here we have this Lupu who is stronger than the previous one that we see and cause trouble for this Lempo, or will it be the other way around? The people are coming over here to get into the end of the Lempo, and the Fire Razor got punished over here. And it seems that all 3 members on the red side will die. Oh, you can see that there is a little bit of health on the side of Eclipse, and he manages to just run away with a little of health. It is 2 kills for the side of Vampire Esports. Over at the bottom side, it is a 1v2 situation, and it is soon going to be a 1v3, and Milady actually has the ulti, but the ultimate will not be able to do much against the Judge D, because Judge D will just be able to cleanse it away with it. The game is rather evenly poised, even though it is just in the early stages of the game. Right now, over at the top side, the creeps are pushed in for Lempo, and Lempo is just trying to steal the potion over there, but he did not manage to, and Milady actually used the ultimate on the Eclipse, and surprisingly is taking his health rather low, and he has to reset as a result. Kai over here is just looking to get his farm. The scaling, how the scaling works for Kai would be that he needs his first item, which is the X, and he will be able to be a monster in the early game. So I don't reckon that we will see much action over here for the next 1.5 minutes or so. Everybody will be rushing to get their first item before the first power spike. And then the 2 ultis over there, and as a result, Lupu jumps in, and they should be able to actually take down the Lupu over here, and to even the score right now, 2-2. I think the Lempo over here is a little bit too ballsy at the point in time. He was diving in too deep, thinking probably he wouldn't die because he's so tanky, but fighting against a Lupu and also Eclipse, he needs to be way more careful than that. There is somebody hiding in there, but he's taking the robot strike over there. The Milady would know that he will be around, and right now they are trying to sneak away the Overlord to be able to get it. And they should be looking to make a push, especially the Milady. He's running away actually from the mid side, leaving Enki to just clear off the wave while they will try to make inroads over here at the top. On the top side, they should actually be able to take this tower down with the little robots that are coming in together with ulti. Definitely this tower will be going down and you get a little advantage over there. And on the bottom side, you can see Ari
Red
being
team has
beaten
slain an enemy.
by the Eclipse, and as a result, he will definitely not be able to survive that. They are currently going for the Siren, with the Beast trying to displace the rest of the team on the red side. He manages to, but right now Mankey is low, and this is where we see the power of Kai over here. And yes, we do. The Beast died over here, and the Kai will try to clear off his jungle and regain back some health. Over at the bottom side, like I mentioned, Milady against the Judge D is good to be in the position of Judge D because he has a second skill that can easily cancel away a lot of skills over here. I think the Judge D is actually a good pick. His damage is not as high as many other marksmen, but he is a hero that is good at his defensive abilities together with sufficient damage. Goes back. I don't think the Judge D is going to die here. Yeah. Right now, the Milady over here, they are very aggressive in trying to push the towers. Of course, there is also a Fire Razor on the side of Digital Devils. They will be able, in the next 2 minutes, to defend most of the towers, but they will really need to be careful on the movement of this Milady because she is just tearing the towers down like it's paper. The Kai opens an ulti but is fighting against the Beast. And Milady throws the ulti and the robots into the Fire Razor, and right now the Fire Razor is dead, and Limpo is jumping in the ultimate and comes back for Lipu with an ultimate, but he does not touch the Limpo, and as a result, tier 2 bottom tower goes down and nothing more than it is 4-4. Kills are balanced, but you can see 4,000 gold is going in the favor of the entire Esports over here, and they are trying to make him go in the mid lane currently. Eclipse without using the ultimate is already at half health. He can't just dive in right now and fight anybody. He will die because he happens to take a flash right into a lane war. That probably was a mistake, and I think over here this fight is going to end very badly for Digital Devils indeed. And they get 2 heroes down without any trade-offs. And this is seriously going to be a bit of a problem for Digital Devils. Vampire Esports, on the other hand, they are playing a perfect game right now, executing what they wanted to do with their draft very well, and you can see that Heavens using the Milady doing a lot of work, exerting a lot of lane pressure and tower pressure as compared to the Fire Razor, who's unable to do anything with the Milady currently. With this amount of gold that she has on her, it is hard for the Fire Razor to be fighting her 1v1 because Milady will just be able to finish the Fire Razor off very, very easily. Milady is the queen here right now. She has robots, she has sufficient damage, push down the towers, and it will be very difficult for them to defend this tower. She's just forcing the big tower without any wave coming in, and it seems that she has just taken off a quarter of the tower health. They will be trying to take down this tower with this wave coming in, and they should be able to. It seems that Digital Devils is not going to defend this tower. And on the top side, Mankey is trying to molest the Kai, and it is half successful. She uses the ultimate to jump in, and right now you can see quick sweep onto her, but she is simply too tanky. And right now, the spike seems to be going in the favor of Vampire Esports, but there are no deaths coming in, and this is important to note actually, that Mankey was just jumping to towers, she was just doing whatever she wanted. Eclipse beat her, but they weren't able to actually kill him off. And as a result, while they were fighting at the top side, Limpo was sneakily at the bottom, taking down the tower. And right now at the bottom is empty for Digital Devils. And this is the power of their draft currently. You can see that even though Milady wasn't there to push the towers, they had the assignment to Limpo, and he was still able to take down the bottom tower. And with this, it is very difficult for Digital Devils to come back from here because there is so much pushing ability coming from the side of Vampire Esports. Kai goes down, right now Eclipse goes for the bite. I don't think they're going to win this fight as well. They are probably going to get 2 or 3 members on the side of the Digital Devils kit. Will they be able to get more? It seems that they are going to try for an ace over here. They are scurrying back into their fountain, but Fire Razor dies as well. And it seems that this will be game over for Digital Devils in game 1. And it is indeed the game 1 goes to Vampire Esports. And congratulations to them for playing a well executed game of Honor of Kings. Macro is great, movement is great, mechanics are all there, and they honestly deserve this win. On the side of the Digital Devils, they will need to think about how are they going to reorganize themselves after such a blistering defeat. Eclipse wasn't able to do anything much, fighting into the wrong heroes. I think there is a lot of issues that they will need to actually solve over here on how are they going to look to time their fights. There were a lot of times, when Lipu wasn't able to execute some of the intended communicating skills that they wanted with the Eclipse coming in to jump in. And I think the key was because whoever that Eclipse was able to bite, they weren't able actually to finish him off. And it is very worrying right now for Digital Devils because after such defeat ended within 10 minutes, how are they going to come back from this? Luckily, this is a best of 3. They have a second chance, but they need to prove their worth and come back stronger than they did in the first game. We will go for a break and we will be back shortly. Hello everyone, and we are back for game 2 of this upper bracket semi-finals. Digital Devils for this game will be on the blue side and Vampire Esports will be on the red side. So we can see from the previous game that they have not been able to utilize the Eclipse and Kai very well, and Milady was proving to be a very difficult opponent for them to beat. So will they be discussing on how are they looking to counter what Vampire Esports has offered so far? Are they going to ban off some of the heroes over there? The heroes that they think they can counter? I think over in the previous game they were facing a lot of issues with how the Milady was playing, which is the Milady, and will they be looking to ban off? Right now we are waiting for Digital Devils to give the ready sign before we will start the ban take place. And we will get into the ban page right now. The first ban, will we be seeing them going to ban the Milady, or will they be picking it, or they think that they have the confidence to actually fight the Milady? After all, we don't know whether Vampire Esports will be picking him currently. Kai ban is coming. So they decided that they are not going to play the Kai, and they don't want Vampire Esports to take the Kai as well. On the side of Vampire Esports, what would they be looking to do? Over at our poll side, we can see that 64% of the viewers think that Vampire Esports are going to be the favorite, are going to win this matchup. Will this be the case? From what we see from the first game, it is an impressive showing from Vampire Esports team, and we see the first hero being banned is Ilaria, followed by Frost. So they are going to leave the Milady open. Either they are going to pick it as a first pick, or they are thinking that it is not the main issue in the previous game. It will be interesting to see what Digital Devils pick for their first hero. Info comes in, and I think the next two picks for Vampire Esports, they can be thinking of getting a Ripu over here. My Showdown is going to come out soon, and I think we haven't had a game where we actually see any team competition with My Showdown winning as yet. Like I said, I think there were a lot of deficiencies when it comes to My Showdown, and they do not pick that. It seems that with this Charlotte pick, Limpo will be playing as a support over here. Beast goes over to Vampire Esports together with Alessio. Right now, it is turn, Digital Devils' turn to pick the Mine together with Charlotte. Given the curse of My Shiranui, are we going to see a continuation where any teams that pick My Shiranui will not win, or are we going to see an impressive showing from this Mine to prove us wrong and say that Mine is actually a good hero to be used in Rampage? Then he comes in, and this is where I think it will get very difficult for Digital Devils because I don't see how right now that the Mai will be able to kill off any of these heroes. She needs to skill very fast in the early game for her to even be able to do much damage. And with Alessio, it's not easy to actually hit all of the skills. You can hit punch, which is with a fan, and then you kick, and you need to ultimate properly. And it is not easy because Alessio simply is too mobile, and she also has smoke. Fire Razor is the next fan together with Musashi. Chemist to be coming out with appearance. I think Diao Chan over here is a very decent pick that they can actually consider. Guitarist is very decent as well. I think the Diao Chan will be the best because it will be hard for the Mai to actually fight against the Diao Chan. And also for the Charlotte, it's not easy to fight against the Diao Chan. She's very good at fighting and kiting opponent heroes. I think this will be a very decent pick here. They're also hovering over Guitarist. It works here as well. So he can just go in, control his ulti, and is strum his guitar all the way to victory. The Digital Devils right now, they are considering to get Juniper, which I don't think it is a good pick right now over here. She will get overrun by the guitarist, by the Mankey, and also get hauled at by the Beast. Of course, in terms of the laning phase, she will have a considerably better time against the Alessio, but if you are looking about the team fights and all this, it is very, very hard for the Juniper to actually engage. Seems that they have the confidence to execute this draft. Last two picks, Juniper and Zilong. On the side of Vampire Esports, they will be looking at a Clash laner to complete this lineup, and I think many of the heroes actually can be picked here. You can play a Lee Sin, you can play a Lubu, you can... I think anything works in the current team composition here, and in my opinion, I think Vampire Esports have a way better draft as compared to Digital Devils.
Welcome to Honor of Kings. Enemy minions will arrive in 5
Game starts
seconds.
over here, we will see the usual laning where the support will follow the mid to clear off the first wave, and it will be exciting to see how this mid works out. There is a pause coming in from the red side, probably will have some technical issues. Over at the top side, it is going to be a fairly even trade right now over here, and then what I want to see over here is these two fights, and with Juniper not having the first kill, and there is a flash coming in from Supremo trying to actually kill off the Alessio. I think it was a little bit too rushed for them.
Exclusively made. Let's give this invention a try. Restrain your inner strength.
Mike is looking to be very aggressive. Alessio knows that it's going to happen, and he is trying to turtle under his tower and just get some EXP and go from the creeps. Right now you can see that the goal is very good. It is only 1 minute 40 seconds. They will try to get as many resources as possible. And right now you see Vampire Esports, they're moving into the jungle side of Digital Devils, and they're trying to zone this Charlotte off the creeps. And he will be able to actually, because he wants to force this in. He is so low right now and he dies. The first blood goes to Uyen, Zhong Uyen on the side of Vampire Esports. I think that was a great mistake. He wanted to get a creep wave, but he was so low, and there is a Mankey as well. He should have just given out the wave. Now, he did not manage to get EXP from there, and he gave a first blood to Uyen, and this will only make his laning harder than expected. Mike knows that there is the guitarist hiding in the grass, throws it in, and reviews his position.
Exclusively made.
Alessio is trying to get as much farm as possible over here by going to the mid to take a little bit of gold and EXP. He needs to farm up to fight against these heroes currently. And this is the point where you will see the Juniper being able to match up to the Alessio because his second skill, the Windwalk ability together with his jump. And I think there is a little bit of a mispositioning here from Alessio, and he dies as a result. He got silenced and killed off within seconds, and they are diving into the tower and they are looking to get off this lead with the disrupt tower. They will be able to do so, but too easy for Blazy using the Zilong dice. I think he did not expect the tower to break into over there. It is still a win going in the form of Digital Devils because they will be able to take a chunk off this tower here. And Alessio will not be able to do much. Alessio throws in the ulti. Will he be able to finish off the lane 4? Lane 4 flashes away and runs without help. Right now, Guitarist is trying to do something about it. Won't be able to, but it seems that he may be able to actually kill off the Juniper. He's unable to, and Juniper is able to run away, and Guitarist runs away as well. Over at the top side, we see that the Minky died. Somehow we were not able to actually see that because we were focusing on the bottom side. We will be able to push on this top tower. It seems that some momentum is actually going in the favor of Digital Devils. They have reacted better in this game compared to the first one. They managed to get off the first tower over here. There is somebody that's hiding inside. The Ulian is looking at the mine deliciously and wants to be able to eat up this mine, and this mine falls as a result. However, Ulian also goes down, and right now we see that the Guitarist threw an ulti and runs away. Such a low health. They must be so angry right now, Digital Devils. And now in an odd situation where you can see that the goal is going to Vampire Esports, but the goal, but the kills, Digital Devils actually have one kill more than them. Over for the towers, it is very even as well. It is one tower each for any one of them. The next fight will be coming in the form of the objectives. Guitarist is hiding inside, he's scared of the mine. The mine will be able to finish him off. If he dives too deep, he may get punished actually. The mine. The Solar goes into the main team, and then the Zilong throws an ulti over there. He's right now at half health. Nothing much is going to happen from there after onwards. And we see that the main kit is going to start, and he probably has to back right here. He gets knocked out over here. He uses his ultimate, he missed, and as a result, he will die over here. However, not before taking down the Zilong, and it is going to be an even trade over there, although the assassin went to the Digital Devils.
Red team has destroyed a tower. Blue team
Alessio
has
manages to get
destroyed
off the
a
top
tower.
tower. Mid tower, half health is being disrupted currently. You can see that the Mike currently goes in, kicks up everyone, and then Lempo wants to go in, expect to actually back right now. They should actually wait for the Beast ultimate to up before going for the next round of fight. Lempo goes in with the ultimate, is able to tickle the Beast a little bit, and right now without his ultimate, I don't think it's a good time for the Digital Devils to fight with right now. They will be back into the farming duties currently. Alessio is also silently farming over here. We can see currently he has a 3.9k gold, and it is the same as the Juniper. So far we haven't seen the marksman on both sides being able to do anything significant yet.
Blue team has slain an enemy.
One goes down for Udian, and right now they're all trying to dive into the tower. It is going to be a very scary thing indeed because all of them are not very full in their health, and right now Alessio is just flying in and trying to take as much kills as possible he managed. The kill goes actually to the Guitarist. It is a 1-for-1 trade over here. If you were to ask me whose situation I would like to be in a little bit more, actually, I think that both teams are playing quite well at this moment. They're being very careful in their approach. However, as the game goes by, I think it will favor the Vampire Esports that little bit more. And right now, what the Zero Devils need to do is be more aggressive, needing to know what and when ultimate of the opponents are up, trying to make the map bigger, trying to exert pressure onto the lane, but it's not easy for them because the side towers, tier 1 towers are down currently. Info goes into ulti, but it is a defensive ulti. Will they be able to defend this tower? They will not be able to, and there is more buff coming in, and the blue buff goes with long, and they are going all in. Minky swings his way out of the fight and switch. Too easy for Blazy. Dies over here, and it is very costly for the Little Devils. The Clash Laner and the Jungle are currently down, and they do not have much with current abilities at this moment. You can see that Alessio is flying here and there, trying to inflict some pain to the opponent. And then the beast coming in, trying to force the tower over here. Will they be able to do anything? Right now, I don't think so, because Guitarists do not have the ultimate. And then you can see the Win using the ultimate. They managed to actually take down the Wempo, and they are looking at the mid tier 3 tower. They should be able to hang off here, but they decide not to play a little bit safer. And then Alessio is flying in using his ultimate. I think the ultimate is timed out as well over here, because he would not have been able to kill him regardless. And this will actually cause them to not be able to finish off some kills probably in this fight. And as a result, they should be backing off here. And they rightfully so. And he is looking to do something funny over here, pushing his bubbles up and down, but is not able to get any wins over here. Right now we see that the 4 team members of the Super Devils are hugging together. Mine does a kick, does a punch to the fan, but doesn't seem to drop any health off the main key, and this is where the key has the strongest point. Long is looking. You see, this is where the weakness of the Maestro shows again. The punch should actually be able to deal a significant amount of damage, but given that it doesn't even molest the main key, they are not able to actually defend a lot of the incoming waves, and as a result, the top tier 3 tower goes down so easily. And now Guitarist goes into the ultimate. It is going to be super effective against the Juniper. Are they able to force the Juniper? They will not be able to, but right now Maestro goes down, and then they are looking to make inroads, but Juniper is furiously trying to take down the Guitarist, and he manages to, but the mid tower goes down. Right now Long is very low jump in, and he probably will die over here. And what can the Juniper do against so many tanks and warriors? Would he be able to take down the Wuyan? He is not able to, and he just jumps onto him, he dies, and right now it is game over for the True Devils as they head down towards the lower bracket. And congratulations to Vampire Esports for being the first team to progress into the finals of the upper bracket. And right now here again you can see that any team with Maishuna Triano over has not taken a win at all. Congratulations to Vampire Esports, and currently we will be heading to the next upper bracket semi-finals between Team MSG and Deep 2 High. We will be going for a short break, and we will see you guys in the next 5 minutes. Remember to stay tuned in and follow on our predictions. hello everyone. We are back right now for the second round, second match of the upper bracket semi-finals between Team MSG and Team Blue Eye. On the left we have Team MSG and on the right we will be which the bans and picks are coming in furiously and they are very fast indeed when they come to their ban, seemingly knowing what they want to play in the first game of the semi-finals. There is an Ata Lam and also Time Bender being picked by MSG, and on the side of DPH they are picking Eclipse, Xiaochan and also Dufan. Presumably Eclipse will be looking to protect Dufan and allow Dufan a very good environment for them to do massive damage in the mid and late. Bans are fully filled up. There is a very interesting ban in the form of Seafarer over here, and the polls are currently open for people looking to want to determine who will be come out the winner and come out top in this showdown between these two juggernauts. Last two picks coming in will be a mid. There is a Lady Sun being picked over here, and the one to complete the lineup will be Lady Chen. This is a very interesting pick over here because Lady Chen has not been very impressive since her release over here. She doesn't seem to have sufficient damage in the earlier mid game, and against this competition where you can see there is a Xiao Chan, it is very difficult for her to actually land her skills, and the Liu Wu will actually prove to be a very irritating hero for her to deal with as well. And I think this is a little bit of a weak pick coming in, but we will see. And of course there's another interesting pick coming in from the side of DPH, and we can see that there is a Tigress that is being picked here. It's the first time that this hero is picked in the history of our tournament here. Similarly, I think Tigress is a little bit lacking usability in such games, but you can see that this is a game between two juggernauts. You can look at the batches over here, you can look at the ranks over here, and I will be interested to see what happens. Of course, from what we know as well, this Tigress user is actually one of the top, and I'll be interested and excited actually to see how this actually unfolds, because they're using non-meta heroes over there for their last picks, and Tigress against Alarm, I don't really favor this lineup as much for the Tigress.
Welcome to Honor of Kings. Enemy minions will
So
arrive
with
in
the
5 seconds.
introduction of Tigress over here, we will likely see that they are going to play very aggressive in the early game. And are they actually looking to invade currently? And it seems that they are looking to see whether they are able to make any inroads in the early game. Tiger is hiding inside, so will this be a fierce tiger or will he end up being a little small cat? You can see that the Lam is a bit suspicious of what's happening there, and Tigress decides to actually back. And Lam over here is actually starting both the blue buff and the little creeps on the side of the jungle, and he will look to speed up his farming. And I think over at the side of the Tigress, I think he could actually have tried to make a steal over there, because Lady Chen in the early game do not have good wave clearing ability as well. And on the bottom side, you can see that Luban has taken quite a bit of chunk of damage, while Lady Sun isn't spared as well. And currently, Time Bender manages to throw the skill onto the Luban, makes his health do half. We This will be a 2v2 situation. Nothing much is going to happen here until Eclipse reaches the level 4, as he has the ultimate. And we will see that the tempo for PK will slow down a little bit because there is an invasion that's being done by the Tiger. The Tiger's self-in that will be able to take the first blood off here. He decides to back off. And while he's level 4, his level 4 isn't going to give him much of an added boost in this game as compared to what the Lam can do. Of course, it's not easy for the Lam to come in here, and he needs to find an opportunity to come in before both Jiao Chan and Eclipse hit level 4, because it will be very difficult for him to make any moves there. Even though they pick a Tigress, which is an all-meta hero, but when used correctly, it can also be proved to be a strong hero. And at this stage now, I think it will be, the game will favor ETH slightly because of how the drug comes out. There is no hard CCs, which is crowd control, coming in the form of like any stunners, and this will prove to be difficult for Team MS to fight in the game. How do you actually see Lu Fan being assassinated? So long the Eclipse stays beside him, he's going to be safe. And then you can see over here the Lady Chen is able to do much in terms of the Victor, and this is where he will lack damage throughout the game. Overall, I think this should be a win going to Eclipse. But will everyone think the same as me? It's been 3 minutes and there is nothing happening on the map right now. Are we able to ask these players to make a super move coming in? And then we see a flash coming towards from the Lu Fan as a result of Lady Chen using the ultimate. And there is an Eclipse that's hiding in the bush that's being found out. And right now they are all moving towards mid, and you can see a little pig over here trying to steal off this jungle creep over here. Would he be able to hit? He manages to smite it off, and right now they are rushing into the space. Will they be able to kill him off? It seems that they will not kill. They will be able to get the first blood on the pig, and the kill goes to Tigress. It is a nice play coming in from ETH. Goal is pretty even at this stage right now, and we can see that the goals are actually stacked in the favor of the Tiger. Over here they are looking to play that very aggressive laning right now with the Eclipse and the Tiger coming in. They should be able to make more plays over the next 2 to 3 minutes, and currently they are looking to just clear off their jungle before taking any more fights. Lady Chen has been hiding inside for very long, but he gets exposed by the bomb that they run through. And right now, the Eclipse will be looking to bite somebody, and there is a Iron Bender that's coming in and gets eaten by the Eclipse and finished off by the Lu Fan. However, without any more ultimate, I think the Red teammates will be going for objectives instead. And now Lam is literally trying to get this tower and to get the this objective, and he should be able to do so. And the first objective goes in the favor of Team MSG. You can see right now that there is not much momentum coming from the side of MSG, and 2 kills have already gone to DPS. And this, I think, is due to the way they have drafted, because Lady Chen over here, I honestly don't think there is much that he can do throughout the game. A breezy pick over here would have been way better if even if you were to kill the outage, you will not be able to actually kill off the Lifu, and this will be the same scenario that will be happening throughout the game. There's so much mobility on the sides of DPH, and now a bite comes in, he manages to bite into the Lam, runs away, and they are not able to capitalize on the kill. Over on the bottom side, you find push down the tower over here, and he will be able to take a big chunk, but I don't think he'll be able to take down this tower. In comes the reinforcement from the blue side, and they manage to defend this tower. This tower only has a little bit of health left. You can see that the movement on the side of DTH is starting to take shape. Lufan is just trying to farm as much as possible, while the Eclipse is rotating around trying to find opportunities whenever he has his ultimate, and then coming back to protect Lufan as and when Lufan requires. The win condition over here, of course, will be contingent on the Lufan being fed and how and who the Eclipse manages to use his ultimate. 4 members are moving towards the side of Lu, but he knows, he senses the danger with his eyes, and he runs away. Over here we can see at mid, there is a little kind of defending this. Will Lufu be looking to jump over there? I don't think so, and right now they are looking to make inroads into the bottom side of Team MSG. Will they be able to take this tower down? Does Eclipse have ultimate? Does he have flash? He has, and this ladies and needs to be very careful. He is very careful and he's unable to defend this tier 2 tower, but manages machine gun this down, and then they are going to back after taking this all important objective. Tigers on the other hand is looking to push the top side, and as you can see they are trying to get some semblance of a tempo here for both sides, and of course currently this is doing way better as compared to Team MSG. They're playing a very magic game right here, right now. It is 3 kills to 0 kills, and it has been 8 minutes, which means that we have only seen 3 kills throughout the game. They are all playing it very, very cautiously. They are not letting the goal advantage increase further for the side of Team MSG. They are trying to look at opportunities to come in to do something spectacular, but right now they have not been able to find an opportunity. Honestly, I think this comes down to the fact that they lack reliable CCs, and that's why it is very difficult for them to catch, and Lam is not able to do anything much with the Eclipse holding on to his ultimate. Take goes in, tries to get the blue, and he manages to kill the blue despite but pays for that with his life. And then he gets over there, he's been out hit on by the Lady Gem, but does not die. I think he has to reset over here. He's unable to do anything significant. However, the Tiger is coming in to look at opportunities, and he has targeted the Lam. Is the Lam able to run away from this? It seems that he is unable to, and he gets burst down by the combination of Tigress and also the Diao-Chan. And the Diao-Chan right now is with his ultimate, he's looking to do something over here, but he's unable to, and he falls down to the Lady Gem instead. Over here, Luke sensing the opportunity. You can see the Lufan manage to take down the mid tower, and they are trying to steal off this Luba from the side of Team MSG. All tier 1 towers are down. Bottom tier 2 tower is down as well in MSG, and they have been unable to get any towers in exchange. Right now it is 5 kills to 2 in the favor of DTH. Overlord and Tyrant is up, and there is force coming in from the blue team. The match is starting soon in 3, 2, One, are they going for another pause? It seems that they have managed to resolve their issues. Were they looking at it as a technical pause, or were they having some technical issues over there? We wouldn't know. And right now the game continues, and there is a pick that has been eclipsed. Eclipse obviously is not going to fight it. He's just there to defend as his team takes down the Dark. It's such a good position for ETH to be in right now. They are looking, even with the debuff, to get the Overlord as well. And is the blue team, is Team MSG looking to do anything over there? I think they should actually have a look at it, but they are still late to that. Eclipse makes a mistake and bites the pig. Everybody is retreating on the side of Team MSG. However, I think they do actually have an opportunity to fight over here. All the ultimates, most of the ultimates on the side of Team MSG is up, but Lady Sun gets caught over there, and then Lup tries to go in the ulti, but he's able to do anything significant over here. And right now, all of the Team MSG players are all so low, and they get aced over here, and it is almost GG for Team MSG, and it seems that they will be able to take this game right here, right now, and they are proving to be the better team over here in this first matchup. With such a calculated and measured approach, they have been trying to play towards their win condition, making it impossible for Team MSG to actually make any inroads in this game. And yes, sure, you can see from the rating, you can see from the kills, you can see from the movement that it has been EDH that has been the more superior side over here. And I think this is where we need to recognize the importance of the draft. I mean, I think both of the teams, they are very decent, if not even better than decent in this at this current stage of the tournament right now, and it is the drafting that is making so much difference over here. Lady Chen has been proving to be as good as useless throughout these engages, and it has shown over here. And I think these teams, while they're practicing on the mechanics, they're practicing on how they want to move, they also need to place a heavy emphasis on the heroes and their picks. I think throughout this tournament, we have seen several good plays, we have seen several good macro plays as well, but what has been lacking has been the precision in the drafting phase. A lot of them are just banning based on what they think is strong, but they are not banning in the point to benefit their own team composition. They are not banning effectively, they are not picking effectively as well. Maybe they're going more to the counter picks, or they're trying things. It is understandable over here, but I mean, at this stage of this competition, everybody wants to try to make an attempt in winning this competition right here, right now, and it seems that they are not doing so yet. We can also attribute it to this game being new. The players are figuring out, the coaches are also figuring out what are the best plays that you can make this draft and all this. But to be honest, I think there are some improvements. There are many improvements that can be made when it comes down to the drafting. In terms of skill-wise, I think they are relatively evenly matched over here. Of course, we need to see a few more games, but what I really hope that we can see is more effective and more precise drafting, especially on the side of MSG. I mean, from here we know that MSG has a lot of spectacular players. They are top server tops in their own right and all this, but sometimes it's got to be a little bit uncomfortable to pick heroes that actually benefit your team lineup composition rather than going for comfort picks. This game is relatively easy to play, and it's the heroes that actually define the draft rather than the players at the highest level, of course. Right now we're waiting to see whether they will be ready for the next game, and once we are, we will be heading into the drafting phase. And right now, game 2 of the upper bracket semi-finals is underway, and Team MSG has lost the first game. Are they looking to come back in this game, or are we going to see another steamroll coming and going in the favor of EDH? EDH has also proved to us that they play very well, they execute and understand their win conditions very, very well. So are they going to impress us yet again? Yeah, impeccable drafting, maybe, or yeah, impeccable play, understanding the win conditions, the lane assignments, or are we going to see an upset coming in for the team? Why should now it gets banned over there? This is something that all along been saying. I don't think that she's worthy of a ban in this current state. Over here, you can see Xiao Chan is being picked yet again. And what should Team MSG be looking to do to counter the threat of Xiao Chan? Xiao Chan is a very irritating hero to go for. Makoru as the first pick. This is something that I personally don't favor as much because it is you got to time your skills properly against the Xiao Chan. It is not easy sometimes, and it seems that they have immediately picked the Luban and also the Lam over here. On the side of Team MSG, I would like to see a little bit more lockdowns coming in, some CCs. You can even pick a fish to counter the threat of the Lam, or you can also pick an Eclipse. No, I want to see some CCs over here because there is a lot of mobility coming in from the Lam and also the Xiao Chan as well. In comes a Frost pick. I don't really favor this pick as well because it does nothing against a Xiao Chan. And I think this is going to be something that will be repeated again. They will have trouble trying to lock down the versatility, the movement of Xiao Chan. As we've seen from the previous game, this Xiao Chan is a very, very decent Xiao Chan. They go for a bet on Eclipse rather than a pick on it, which is a little bit weird as well. I wonder what they want to play for the support. And you can see there is a lot more maturity when it comes to the ban picks from the side of EDH. They understand their team composition, they understand what are the counters to their composition. They understand, for example, Lam have difficulty fighting against an Ali. They don't want such a jumping or rather a Limpo that's jumping into their EDC, their marksman over here. And then we see a ban on Charlotte over here. I don't think they would have picked Charlotte anyway because you don't want to fight Charlotte against Wu Yan in the lane. Don't give much advantage out of it. I think over here right now they're looking on a pick for Team MSG. They want to be looking at something with lockdowns. Go for lockdowns. Otherwise they will not have any way to fight against a Xiao Chan, especially when the Xiao Chan took the table. They go for a Zhang Fei pick. Zhang Fei is not going to do much. He will just be cannon fodder for the Luban, and especially against Xiao Chan. The Xiao Chan will just dance around and do plenty of damage to him. There is yet again a lack of lockdown over here. What I mean by the lockdown, what I mean by the CCs over here, has been reliable CCs, not something where Wu Yan's case it is a 50% chance to lock down and all this. It will be hard for you to fight against if you are in a league. Yet again, we see a lot of maturity. I would emphasize this again. They have a good blend of CCs, of damage, of recoveries on the side of EDH, and I wonder what we'll see as the last pick on the side of Team MSG. They can probably look to get a hero with versatility or more mobility, something in the form of Alessio. If they're going to pick this Holy, I don't see how they will be able to actually win this game over here. Seem to want to decide on this Alessio. I think this will be a way more decent pick as compared to the Holy because there will be nobody to actually to help the Holy defense. The Zhang Fei needs to be there, create something at the same time to protect, and this Alessio will be able to fly around, avoid some of the skills, fight against his good against the Lam as well. So this at least evens out the drafting a little bit, but overall I still favor the draft of DPH more.
Welcome to Honor of Kings. Enemy minions will arrive in 5 seconds. All forces, move
Game
out!
is starting right here, and then we will see nothing spectacular coming for the first 2 minutes. He is a standard 2v2 at mid. Who will get the priority here? I think it will be fairly evident as well. Robot man is looking, and he currently knows that the Nakaru is starting. Blue. Lupu manages to get a swipe onto the Uyen. That is a mean for him. Delchan is over there trying to steal the little creeps. Will he be able to do so? Nope. He is unable to do so, and we can see that there's a fight that's coming in here. Lupu has the true damage marked on his head. If he'll be able to do true damage for the next few seconds. Over here Nakaruru is going to get the red buff and going for the Lupu, and right now I think the Lupu needs to be a little bit more careful. He can also act as a bait since there is the llama over here, so he'll be taking a small creep, and we will see the first small fight coming up. So llama should be going into this grass, and they are all set in position to create something over here. Who will win this 2v2 fight? I would favor the combination of Lupu and Llama. Right now, Zhong Wuyan makes the first move. He's still hiding inside with the ultimate, but he's not able to do anything, and I don't think anything will happen right now for him. But however, Lupu decides to jump in. There is a Liushan, which is a mischief that is able to tank the tower over there, and everybody escapes from this without dying or taking down 2 heroes on the side of Team MSG. That is honestly one of the best plays that we've seen, because you see the Lam missing his ultimate, but he uses it to actually get close, and then the mischief comes in beautifully to actually stun the tower to prevent the tower from hitting them, and he manages to get off a 2-0 lead over here. And this is where I say again, the power of mischief, which is a disrupt or a tower disrupt, that's so important for a lot of this early game gangs, because you can determine whether you win or lose the tower dive. Mischief now goes back down. You will see that there is a beast over here, and then nothing will happen after Wuyan has shown himself to the Delchan, hiding the grass, and right now Delchan knows that she is actually inside. What will happen over here? 2 of them are smelling the greens in the grass and not making the first move. They are looking and waiting for an opportunity, and right now both decide to show and simply clear the way. Over at the bottom side, something interesting is brewing over here. They are looking to gank into the Lupun going to clear off the way. Frost throws an ulti, but is unable to do anything much more than that. But now Lupun is a bit low on mana, he has to go back. While Alexio Wolf is up this little flag. Over at the mid side, something happened over here. It should be the Lam, and so the Delchan managed to kill off Nakaru. And this is yet again another perfect and clean start for the side of DPH. And this is where, as we have discussed and mentioned earlier in the game, that how this draft is going to come about, how are they going to execute it. It is very evident that Energy hasn't been able to really draft and play the game as well as compared to DPH, because they are not getting enough lockdowns, and this game will a lot about lockdowns. Right now we can see the Delchan has opened up Audi and is furiously trying to dance around and deal massive damage over there. He's not able to get anything out of that yet. But once the game rolls on and with their advantage coming in, they should be able to do something like that. And you can see Lam somehow died in the middle of the fight somewhere, and we weren't able to see it. But right now we will be focusing on what happens at the bottom side, because you can see that the Frost is always coming in to help the bottom, to help the Alessio. However, they are not able to gain any ground. Frost is going into a very advanced position over here, but will she be able to do anything much unless she lands her second skill, the Frost, on the Lupa? Otherwise, I don't think they're going to get anything out of that. Throws an ultimate over there. Lupan is just going to stay and they will successfully get down the first tier 1 tower. To a certain extent, well played on the side of MSG. And right now over here, Lam dies yet again, and this time round, he dies to Uyen. Over here, deep side, we are going to see the upside over here. You can see the Mischief has a flash. He unfortunately got stunned without the stun. And right now, Lupu jumps in with a very, very nice ulti. And then we can see that they are all progressing and looking over there. However, it is a bad timing coming in for Delta. She misses. And as a result, she dies with Alessio over here. And you can see that Mischief is very low. Are they able to get a kill off him? He manages to actually run away. Right now, we see power of Lupan coming in, and as we see some semblance of a cooperation coming in the form of PhD, and we can see the Frost is overextended, and it also caused the Alessio to die as well. This is poor movement coming in, poor positioning coming in from the side of Team MSG. You have the Lam alive, you have Baba Yaga playing as Rubu, and you overstep the boundaries like this, you do not have a chance to survive this. And as a result, 2 calls on the side of Team MSG goes down.
Blue team has destroyed a tower.
They have actually lost all little advantage that they were holding on after a beautiful fight just now.
Tyrant has been defeated.
Tyrant has been defeated, as we can see over here. And what is going to happen next? We are going to see the Mischief trying to provide as much vision for their team. And then with the items that we see on the Delchan, she is going to be a beast very, very soon. Over here, everyone is taking their position. And now, Frost uses all 3 of the skills. Nobody, actually the Lupu is a little bit overextended and uses his ultimate to run away. He got a bit scared at the moment. He did not need to actually use his ultimate, but as a result, he will be going back to TP. Back to base. It is a 2-0-3 on the score for Lupu.
Red team has destroyed a tower.
A lot of times what we also want to see in these games is actually the marksman participating in more team fights in the early game rather than me just waiting and farming, because sometimes the addition of the ADC can turn the tide in their favor. And you can see over here, Lupan is on a 0-0-2, and he could have maybe participated a little bit more in the fights, because yes, well, we do understand that marksmen do need to farm the early game, but having that firepower, especially from Lupan, who has decent damage even in the early game, can help in fact a lot. And you can see that the Lupan is low on the mana, and there won't be anything much that they will be able to do. Right now, Lam is on side lane duties, clearing out the sideways. This is also going very well for him, even though he's on a 1-2-4. As compared to a 0-2-0 on a Nakoruru, he's doing way better, and going to the side lanes to get the farm is going to help him a lot once he gets his 2 items up. And now you see that he's coming with the ultimate and manages to kill the Nakoruru. And currently Nakoruru is on a 0-3-0. Lam goes in, shows all his skills, but forces a flash off the Frost. He's unable to get anything out of that, but you can see that all the calls on the side of Team MSG are low. Right now Lupan will just be looking to machine his gun and bulldoze his way through. Yet again we see Lupan's mana is very low, and I'm not sure exactly what was happening, because His mana consumption isn't exactly very high and probably has been just spamming skills too much. Teams can actually take note of the fact, but he just got the blue. He managed to steal the blue off the Nakoruru, and this is a lifesaver for him. He doesn't need to MP home right now, and he's able to push. And at the same time, this will cause Nakoruru to fall even
Blue
more
team
behind.
has
He is
destroyed
as
a
good
tower.
as a useless bird right now. He will not be able to take anyone down. At this stage, if I'm the Nakoruru, I will be pushing the side lanes, getting as much farm as possible before even looking for a fight.
The Overlord and Tyrant have been enhanced. Cannons moving out.
The tower demolished by Mischief.
Blue team has
4
destroyed
team
a
members
tower.
on the side of DPH are here, and they are going to be matched by 5 team members on the side of Team MSG. Even if it's a 4v5 fight over here, I will still favor DPH. The bird is as good as a little pigeon over here, and he will not be able to deal significant damage. He should just go back to the bottom lane right now and just get the farm and exert pressure on the different lanes. He is going to see he flies in, try to take a little creep. He's not able to get anything significant out of that right now. Everyone is angling for a fight over here. I think in terms of the macro play, both sides should actually play the side lanes a little bit more, especially in the sense of Team MSG. They are lacking a lot of damage. You can see that Nakoruru actually went for Pure Sky, which is a relatively, it's a balanced item actually, but
Tyrant has been
when you are on
defeated.
a 0-3-0 with so little gold, then what should you actually do? Rookie to do. So you can have a look at the current gold table over here. 6,400 gold on the Nakoruru. He's going for even more defensive items, and that is why I always feel that Nakoruru is not exactly very strong in this current meta right now, and when you fall behind so much, who are you looking to kill? You can't even molest a Lucan, and that makes you a relatively useless hero in all the team fights. So he should just be on side lane duty and push out the waves. Because they are not doing that right now, these towers are going to fall one by one in the favor of DPH. And as this goes on for the next 2 minutes, it is going to be game over very soon for Team MSG. Lupan burns a flash. A little bit patient on his side. This gives Team MSG a small window of opportunity, but you can see the big robot over here is trying to clamp somebody and get the first knockdown to give them the advantage. Everybody on the side of DPH is anticipating, eagerly anticipating for a mistake, awaiting a mistake coming in from the side of Team MSG, and they're going to look it, and they managed to force a flash off the frost, and the frost goes down, and this is what I have been saying. What was the frost doing over there? They are losing the game. They should just be playing a very defensive game, playing the side lanes, and this is what they haven't been doing. Interestingly enough, they fall over there. It is a little bit too aggressive also coming in from the side of DPH, but it is fine. They got a win here, kill off the frost, they kill off the Nakoruru yet again. And right now they will be able to take this overlord peacefully without interruption.
Overlord has been defeated.
The lamp has to kill off the lashes and too, but I don't think he will be able to execute this one. This job done for him, because if you look at the gold, Glacio is on the top gold with 10,000 gold over here, and this skill will prove to be valuable because they will be able to make a lot of advancements in terms of their movement, in terms of how they are going to take resources off the side of Team MSG. 10-5, but the game and the goal is actually very close. It is the difference is less than 2,000. However, don't all you viewers feel that the game is so much in favor of PH? And what is the reason for that? It is because the Nakoruru has not been able to impact the game in any way, and this is the problem with the pick over there. If it was any other hero such as Roy, even a simple one like a Zilong or anything else, any CC, he can come in and do something in a losing game. But right now, 041, 8,000 gold, he isn't going to impact the game in any way right now. And they're going to play with handicap. It's like a 4v5. and yet again they seem to be able to make inroads and be able to kill off the beast, and they should be able to take down another 2 more heroes on the side of MSG. They take down 3 on the side with 1 sacrifice on the side of Lam, and they should be able to continue the victory march and proceed into game.
Unstoppable.
And they seem to be able to take this win right now. They force the tower down, and right now they force the crystal down. And congratulations yet again to DTH for playing such a beautiful game. And it's very interesting today because what we've been seeing, viewers are all anticipating the favorites to win, and or rather I wouldn't say favorites, but they are feeling that the other team will win it, and things have not been going according to predictions over here, and it is once again to a certain extent an upset because most of our voters actually voted for MSG to win this, and right now it's DTH that has proven all their doubters wrong. In all summary, I think it is at the end of the day down to poor drafting on the side of Team MSG, which made them unable to actually make any inroads at all in this game. And right now we will be proceeding with the round 2 of the lower brackets between Digital Devils and GS Esports. We will be taking a break right now as we wait for the players to come into the room. And we'll see you shortly.
Welcome to Honor of Kings. Enemy minions will
Hello
arrive in
everyone,
5 seconds.
I am back here again and welcome to the game Global Bracket Semi-Finals between GS Esports and Digital Devils. Viewers who have not gone for the poll, go ahead. Correct predictions all the way through will win you some great prizes. Over here on the side of GS Esports, we see your Arthur, we see Fire Razor, Game4, Kai, and also Solaris. And on the side of Digital Devils, we have Force and Beast in mid currently together with Sashi, Gubu, and Ali. We have talked a lot about drafting and how macro plays and win conditions, and I think if you got evident, I think MSG has been a relatively strong team. It is just that we were seeing that they were lacking and how precise their drafting were, and the lack of PCs or the lack of tanks, I don't think they were causing their downfall in previous games. And over here, what do we see in terms of the draft and the fan picks? I think this, at first glance, it is a pretty even kind, right? But it will be dependent on how Digital Devils will be able to play their early game. And immediately at the bottom side, we see that there is a gang going into the side of GS Mighty, which is Honor Solaris, and they have managed to get a first blood, and right now it is 1-0 in favor of Digital Devils. Most of this game we will have to see how Digital Devils is able to take the game into the phases of GS Esports and how they'll be able to dominate the game in the early phase, because they have a relatively strong early game kind of composition over here. While the side of GS Esports, they need to farm. They need probably 8 minutes of good farming before they will come online for the likes of Solaris, for the likes of Fire Razor, and also you can see that for the side of the Warriors on Maru, it is going to be a tough game for Digital Devils to lose currently with their good early game potential that they have had. So you can see there's a lot of aggressiveness coming, and they're able to actually push off the Lianbo and to get the raid as well. There's a lot of aggressiveness coming in the form of Digital Devils, and they seem to have woken up from the previous defeat and bring a more dominant game over here. It's 2-0 with Kai trying to steal some resources off Digital Devils, but he's unable to do so. You can see the movement that's on the side of Digital Devils. They're so much cleaner currently. You understand where they should be playing against, and right now Solaris is fighting alone against two heroes over here, and you can see that the Disrupt is being used. I don't exactly understand why, but right now you can see that there is Musashi that's coming in. Is he looking to jump onto the Solaris? I don't think so. And they are going to back over here. Over at the top side, we see that Maru on Kai is onto the Lupo. They won't be getting anything out of here. Will they want to actually force this tower down? Immediately Digital Devil finds that as an issue, and Beast is there to cover up for him. You can see that there is actually very fast a 1.6k goal lead going, 2k goal lead going into the favor of Digital Devils. Right now objectives are up and they will be looking to contest this over here. Ali is on free reign at bottom right now, being able to eat up as many creeps as possible to respect. And over here somehow immediately Arthur dies over here. Fire Razor is being frozen.
Red team has
Tower
destroyed
is
a
down.
tower.
Everything is going so well for the side of Digital Devils. This will be a best of 3 game. But before long, to continue on to this tempo, the game will be ending before long. A Fire of 9 bird comes over from Solaris, hits nobody, starts to fly by. mid tower, next target. But the Chill Devils, I don't think they are able to do much over here, but Musashi goes with the ultimate and tries to jump in.
Red team has
Somehow he
slain an
manages,
enemy.
together with ultimate of course, getting down, and then everybody on the side of US Solo take down Arthur as well. And right now Frost is looking to be even more aggressive. With that, you can see that the Musashi is back to his farming base, and while the rest of the team goes to take L Blue on this side, immediately you can see that it is a 4k goal lead into the hands of the Chill Devils. And I think this is once again where it shows how some teams are able to play to the advantage, knowing that they have a really good competition, trying to be as aggressive as possible, and this has paid good dividends for them. There is somebody hiding over there, not going to get anything out of that, and right now it is, you can see that it is the Polaris that is unable to get anything out of it, and I think that there is a little bit of an itemization issue over here as well. I mean, for this Lightning Blade currently doesn't give you any form of critical, and for Solaris it should come online, you need a critical going for on hit such as this, and also the Doomsday is not going to give you significant burst damage, and this will actually show, this will actually slow down. It increases his farming at the point, but once you go into the fight, you're not going to do as much damage as you
Tyrant has been defeated.
over here. The Umbrella Girl flying around with his umbrella and getting as much farm as possible. And you can see that he has currently 4.7k gold together with Musashi's 5,100.
Red team,
Going to
killing
be
spree.
super monster for them. The fight pumping in the middle. It is
Red
an
team
ace
double
immediately for them,
Red
and the
team,
big tower will go
killing
down.
spree.
Will
Red
the
team
mid
has
tier 3
slain
tower
an
go down
enemy.
as well?
Team double kill.
There are
Red
currently no
team
more creep
has
waves, but there is a
destroyed a
creep
tower.
at the top side, and they will be able to tear this tower down as well.
Red team has destroyed a tower.
The game is only in its infancy at 7 minutes, but it looks to me that the game is going to end very soon.
Red team has destroyed a tower.
Everything is going in favor. It is a 9k goal lead for Digital Devils right now. What can they do to turn this game? They would need 5 players on the side of Digital Devils to actually be AFK. They'll be disconnected from the game for the next 3 minutes, and they may still not be able to come back. That is the severity of this. With a 10,000 goal lead, the arrow is going to hit the Frost, but what is it going to do? It is not able to kill the Frost. Before goes in, rather bravely, he's not able to get anything much more out of it. But look at this Fire Racer. He's going to die soon, and he will have to retreat as a result. Bottom tower is going to go down. That's going to be a procession, and then they will be looking to attack all 3 lanes currently. You can see the Kai at the top side trying to push out the waves to set it at least neutral. But the other 2 waves are coming very healthy for the Chill Devils. They can just simply do anything they want. So they will jump in, they are going to go on the Kai. The Kai will definitely score. Lupo is going to throw an ulti onto the back line for sure. Why is he not jumping? Does he not have ulti? Seems that he does not have ulti, and after the falls as a result, the arrow comes in, does nothing to it. And right now they are going to go for the bottom tier 3 tower as well. Right now Lupo has an ultimate. He's the king right now, goes in. Look at Solaris, he's just simply tickling all members of the Chill Devils. He is trying to tickle, but nothing. There is simply not enough damage coming in, and he gets killed by the Ali. And now you see the diver in the form of Musashi just diving into the fountain. While the rest of the team try to push down the crystal, this goes down as a result from here. But Digital Devils are still trying to be as aggressive as possible. Will this Ali be able to take all of them down? He is trying to play with fire against Arthur, and he succeeded in doing so. And on the other side, they managed to take down the crystal as well. What a beautiful game coming from the side of the Digital Devils. They simply blew GS Esports away with their perfect execution, understanding of their win conditions. It is a perfect game coming from Digital Devils after their previous loss in the upper brackets, and they have come back very, very strongly. Congratulations to Digital Devils as we will head into Game 2 of this lower bracket semi-finals, and this will be Elimination. Right now we will be going into game 2 of this, and it seems to be very speedy indeed. It was just simply a 10-minute game thanks to the perfect execution coming in from Digital Devils. And they are proving to us that they are a team not to be underestimated after their loss to Vampire Esports just moments ago. Right now we see GS Esports being blown away, and are they able to come back from this crushing defeat? Or are they going to just surrender and suffer bigly and exit this tournament at this stage right here? And over at the comment side, it is something funny. We see Happy Channel saying that they play like AI. And it seems that there is a little bit of a BM coming in here, saying he felt so easy to win the match, that DPH is the best. I hope that it is actually some friendly banter between friends rather than serious bad mannering. And now all the teams are ready, and we will be heading into game 2 of this game. As mentioned, we want to see something interesting in terms of the draft, something that plays well in their composition, something that do well for them. And will we be able to see something for GS Esports over here? For all viewers, I hope you can subscribe to our channel also to get some of our videos. We will be producing more videos that will be more interactive, and also creating more tutorials on different videos coming up. Over the course of tomorrow and day after, we will be completing the rest of the games over here, which will be the semi-finals for the upper bracket, losers lower bracket round 3, which is essentially the finals of the game of the lower bracket, and followed by the grand finals at the top. So there will be a cash prize for this tournament, and Vampire Esports DPH have already secured an into the prize pool, and we will like to see who will be the third team that will be joining them to finish up on the top 3. Right now we see Frost being banned. Why shouldn't he get a good being banned, because he has never won a single game in the history of our tournament for this season 2. Musashi is being picked yet again. We see a Breezy coming in. Personally, I quite like Breezy because this hero is easy to use, has strong CC skills, and then it is, to me, a very good lane clear hero as well. And it's surprising we don't really see it as much, and Defy Razor being picked more often than Breezy, which is a little bit confusing for me. Of course, sometimes team thinks that they have something to prove. It matches their team composition better, but the issue with Fire Razor is that it doesn't have any escape mechanisms, it doesn't have any true burst, it doesn't have any CC to come in, except with the exception of the ultimate, which is very slow. And in this game being a fast-paced game, you would generally want to pick heroes at burst that is able to do damage very fast, bleed off heroes immediately. And this is what Fire Razor sometimes doesn't give you. The last ban, Me Lady being banned. Personally, I think Me Lady is a very strong hero over here as well. Insane with clear ability, insane with push ability, insane, incredible power ability, so, and he has good damage as well. So being banned over here, I think it is to a certain extent being decent. It's a decent ban over here, especially since Fire Razor is very very strong. Once you get early game advantage, you will be able to delete Fire Razor off very very easy. Okay. So right now we see a chief coming in. No, a Lady Jen. And I think you know who will be on this. This Lady Jen over here as compared to Honor of Kings China version, it is quite different because somehow we're not seeing Lady Jen having sufficient damage in a lot of these team fights. And right now, are we going to see the first Mirror Blade in our stream today? Indeed, Mirror Blade is being picked over here, and the last pick coming in looks to be Judge Lee. And completing the lineup for PS Esports will be a support, and will that become in the form of the Beast? As mentioned, I think the Beast is a relatively strong meta support hero, but somehow we haven't been seeing how the teams are playing that to their advantage. A lot of times it is difficult for you to play the Beast and be able to straddle between being defensive to defend, to give shield to your teammates, especially the ADC, and also at the same time trying to be aggressive and try to catch people as well.
Welcome to Honor of Kings. Enemy minions will arrive in 5 seconds. All forces, move out!
Sorry for the just now, and then right now we'll continue with this game. Digital Devils so far has gotten 300 gold lead without any kills coming in any form. Judge D actually manages to kill the ultimate to Ali, but nothing else is happening over here. Then you can see the Lady Jin coming in. Prove me that Lady Jin is not useless kid. You see the ultimate coming in, Lady Jin just actually starting flashes away, and then gets away from all the fight, and Judge D gets first blood over here. However, two teammates in the Saudi go down.
Tower shields have been
It is
shattered.
2-1 in the
Moving
favor
out.
of
The
DD.
Overlord
And
and Tyrant
however,
have spawned.
some way, two other heroes die on side of Digital Devils, and right now we are going to see that it is going to be a very even and balanced game at this current moment. However, this is where we see again the effects of what a Legion can do is very, very limited. And she did close to no damage throughout the entire fight just now, and with Mirror Blade, with Judge D, we can jump away, fly away, cancel away all of the CC effects. It is going to be very limited on what you can do. Even a Lianpo is almost can consider him to be immune to what the Lady Jin does, and she's going to lose the Cryo game compared to the Fire Razor over here. And this difference will be even more apparent as the game continues on. Misses the first skill, misses the second skill, misses the ultimate, and right now her pool of water has done nothing to the team of Digital Devils. It seems that she may be going to die over here instead. And right now, Lupu jumps in with a low health, and it seems that he will perish over here, dying to the time bender. Over here, Musashi closes in on Fire Razor and manages to chop him to bits, and he goes down. Over here, Ali tries to clear off this little dragon over here, and he's looking to clear off the Reverse Sprite as well, and he manages to get both last hits over here. So well done to him for this little psychological risk. Right now, he will focus more on what is happening at the top side. So he'll just be looking to clear all this, and then you can see that the speed is over here. But even the two of them, I think it is going to be very difficult for him to execute off this Limpo. But Limpo decides to jump back in, and this can be dangerous for him. And it is a foolish move for him indeed, as he dies as a result of him turning back from his ultimate. And this is just punishment, and it is going to be a kill for Ali, and he will gladly take it with both hands. Over here, Genji, which is Lady Jen, throws an ulti that hits nobody yet again, and right now she's just running away, burning off a flash as a result. And this is where we emphasize and we say again, this is where Genji is actually not going to be effective in a lot of fights, because once she misses the ultimate, she will just be a sitting duck for the Mirror Blade to blast him. So she throws a ball, manages to clear off that. And right now, what is happening on the side of the Great Team is they are looking opportunities to come in. And right now, are they going to throw an ultimate? What I would have done over there would be to throw all my skills on the Fire Razor just now. And there was a good opportunity for him to actually kill him off. And it seems that the lane 4 over here is AFK. Is he trying to bait out the ultimate? Over here, it seems like he is able to, so he throw everything onto the fight, and he managed to kill off the AFK lane 4. And yet again, you see that Lady Jin's ultimate did not do anything in the fight. And that is the issue that will be even yet again more apparent as the game progresses. In all honesty, I think if it were any other mid heroes that were being picked, they would have even better lead right now as compared to what they're facing. I may be proven wrong, but what we are seeing, this is exactly the case. throws the first skill, misses the first skill, looking to throw the next ball in. He backs over here, and then we were seeing at the top side that everybody is going after Musashi, and Musashi will definitely go down after a 3-man gank over there, and the top tower will go down. Lufu misses the ultimate, goes for a Q flash, and hits nothing yet again. And right now you can see them throwing and finally hitting someone and getting a kill out there. Ali is furiously chasing over here, getting the fire razor, and he wants to chase after this mirror blade. He does not seem to be able to, and Info forces the result. For the first time you can see there is a significant 500 gold lead going to GS Esports. Kills are 4 to 9. 9 in favor of GS Esports. They are dominating jungle right now, and it seems that they have come back from the mental distress and the crushing defeat that they faced in the previous game, and were they be able to actually hold on to the lead and finish this game. And then they throws an ultimate and disrupts the tower, but to get mid tower down. Right now they're moving towards the overlord, and will look to want to clear out this overlord as soon as possible. Time Bender comes in to provide some vision, but backs off after being scared off by the Lufu. They will take this off easily, and they will be looking to move downward, but Tyrant is also being defeated at the same time. So right now they will be going back to their own respective fields to clear off the way. Roll it. As shown, Ali is having time of a life right now, having so much of a goal lead, and she will be a monster at this current stage of the game. And on the other side, Musashi is not doing so well over here, but it doesn't matter because all the goal is stuck to GS. There looks to be a fight coming in very soon. Ali is the brave warrior vanguard over here, looking to see someone to poke, but it is going to be detrimental, it is going to be suicidal for him. Reviews the umbrella, ultimate is being thrown over there, can't send them to nobody, and right now it is indeed a good opportunity for GS Esports to look to do something over here. Will Lady Jen be able to finally prove her worth and prove me wrong? Right now you can see that the Ali is going in. However, once she sees the disruption, she's scared and she runs away. Musashi goes down at the fight at bottom side, but they take it even with a Q on the lane 4, and right now they are looking to force themselves into the bottom tower. Time Bender has no more disrupt. Currently there are 2 big dragons coming here. However, they decided to back off, and Mirrorblade is in his own game right now, doing his own RPG farming opponent's jungle. He wants to be as fat as possible. He has quite a decent goal actually, 8,400 gold. However, he hasn't been able to do much as of now because Lady Chen, it has been an easy kill for him, so he doesn't seem to be able to do that effectively as yet. Will he prove us wrong over here, or will Chen show that he's a useful hero to take? Even though there is a 5-kill lead going in the hands of GS Esports, you can see that the goal is actually very even right now. However, I would still prefer to be in the position of GS Esports, and right now we can see that there's a fight there, and then Judge D is very low, Lady Chen is very low as well. Mirrorblade is looking to do some cleanup, but I don't think he'll be able to do much. But he proves us wrong, and he finishes off the Ali in an instant with 24% damage coming in within a second. And as a result, GS might go down, and together with that, it seems that the mid tower will likely go down as well. Right now, he jumps in with low health, flashes away his Q. Hopefully he'll be able to escape that, but he's unable to, and right now Mirrorblade flies in, but he misses his Q and he dies. There was a mechanical mistake. He was trying to fly in very fast, but he couldn't. And at the same time we see that the Lady Chen, because of the thing, If the Mirror Blade misses the ultimate, and right now she is going to perish as a result, and you see they'll be able to push down the mid tower and force Beast to go back. Right now we can see that my king is back and he is a king once he shows everyone back. There is a fight going down at the dragon area and Supremo goes down. However, Musashi goes down as well. This fight looks to be fairly even yet again. However, right now you can see that there is a 2.3k goal lead into the hands of Digital Devils, and they should be looking to get one of the objectives right. With the fight, the mistake in the fight over there, and a beautiful execution from Mirror Blade just now over the Ali. You can see that they managed to turn everything around, and right now they seem to be in the lead. If I were GS Esports currently, I'll be thinking on how to actually delete one of these heroes off the map first before looking to do something. And I think this will be contingent. And right now you can see that Ali is being deleted instead by the Mirror Blade, and this is going to be very detrimental indeed. Without their carry, the team right now, how are they going to be able to defend? Waves are coming in right now, and they will be looking to push. Lufu goes into the ultimate, and the beast comes in as well with the ultimate, and they are going to back off. However, Musashi goes in, and there is a Mirror Blade that uses the ultimate as well, and one hero each side goes down. However, right now Lufu is very low, and he died from the burning blade of the Fire Razor, and right now they will be looking to push towards the top side. As usual, you can see Lady Chen is not being able to do anything significant. She's just running back, not using any skills because she doesn't have any skills at this point. And this is yet again why you always try not to pick this hero in this kind of matchup, because she does not have a strong ability to turn the game around. How is Lady Chen going to fight against the Mirror Blade? I don't see any way for him to be able to do so. Oh, the previous goal. Yes, Mikey, all gone right now, as you can see that they are on the same goal as the Mirror Blade. Mirror Blade will actually be able to finish him off in this turn. We will need to be very careful of the position of where the Mirror Blade is. With only one hard CC on the side of Musashi and Lady Chen not doing anything important in the game, it is very difficult for them to come back from that time. Ultimate throws in nothing. You can see yet again there's no significant damage being done, but she died as a result of that. And what is going to happen from here onwards? There will be nobody to defend the wave that's coming in. Everybody is trying their best to defend this last tower, the last stand of the game, and this tower will go down very, very soon. And right now everybody going on to their victory march towards the crystal, while GS Esports tries valiantly to defend against the onslaught. She goes into the ultimate and goes towards Emperor, which is Judge, but Judge manages to run away from it, and right now they're running rampant on everybody over here. The Beast is going to run the ultimate, and the King is going to back. However, you can see that the Lufu is very low and is going to perish as a result, and as we can see, it is congratulations to Digital Devils playing a nice comeback from their small little disadvantage in the early game, and it is a beautiful flex to a certain extent coming in from Jing with his two crucial solo kill onto GS Mikey the Ali, which turned the tide, turned the game into their favor. And this is once again the issue of drafting. Why would you want to draft a Lady Chen over here when there are so many people who can counter you? I mean, this is an answer for them to actually think about. This is a question for them to actually think about. And I believe because of this draft, or because of the Lady Chen, it made them unable to actually play the game effectively unable to consolidate the lead and unable to actually come back because there is nothing much that the Elimination could have done in all these situations. We don't think that it is the problem of the player, but it is about the draft and the pick in itself, the hero in itself. So with this, they will be progressing towards the finals of the losers bracket, which is the round 3, and the next game we'll be seeing will be Team MSG against Vitality X. We will go for a short break as we wait for the players to come into the room. We have received updates from the teams that they would like to play the game